Assalamualaikum, we are from Group 1 to talk about inflation. Inflation is the increase in price over a given period of time has remained a significant concept for economists worldwide. This research is highlight the aims to provide an overview of the key factors, cause and consequences of inflation, shedding light on its multiplicated nature and the challenges for the people, especially for B14, in addition to the COVID-19 conflict that has hit the world recently.
Today, I will present about introduction inflation. In economy, inflation means increase the general price level of goods and service in economy over time. Nevertheless, inflation can occur suddenly as a result of events that occur beyond the control of government in country, including the increased unemployment rate and the decline value of the country currency. Therefore, when inflation occurs, the government must carry out in duty well to stabilize price and ensure that the people welfare is always guaranteed, safe and usually. Furthermore, the country of Malaysia was also attacked by COVID-19, which caused all economic activity to be disrupted. Finally, this inflation also occurred due to the sudden increase in the demand for goods and services in the market, which cannot be accommodated. Finally, trade and seller have no choice but to increase the price of goods and service charged to meet the high demand among their customers. In addition, the war between Ukraine and Russia has caused much of the world food supply to take a long and difficult process to meet worldwide demand at this point.
A research by Amadeo 2002 found that inflation is when the price of the most goods and services continue rising upward. This situation may cause the standard of living cost to fall because we have to spend a lot of money to get the same amount of goods and services that we bought the previous time. Chen and Tan 2002 stated that inflation rate in Malaysia was overcome well in the right way during the financial crisis that faced by the country compared to other countries that faced high inflation during that time. Chen and Tan 2002 identified that economically, inflation affects many factors and leads to economic problems which can drop the economic growth of the particular country.
Inflation transpires in Malaysia as a result of pandemic COVID-19 due to two drivers: demand pull inflation and cost pull inflation. Demand pull inflation occurs when aggregate demand rises as defined by the four macroeconomic sectors, which is household, enterprises, governments and foreign buyers. The rising COVID-19 outbreak has prompted the government to agree on the implementation of the Mobility Control Order, which is MCO.
COVID-19 phenomena that occurred before this had a significant influence on the people especially, as well as the status of the country's economy. In this regard, consumer and the population of the country continue to be impressed by the rapid spike in cost, which revealed the rising expense of living while diminishing their buying power. The loss of employment and revenue give the perception that the standard of living has suffered. This is attributable not only to the increased cost of everyday products, but also to telephones and telephone service, house repairs and construction, and private transportation. In terms of the cost of everyday necessities, such as fish, poultry, veggies, and so on. The regulation of cooking oil, packaged and eggs in 2022 is still in effect owing to a continuing lack of subsidized cooking oil supply, which is increasing user anger. Since of the lack of subsidized cooking oil supply, most consumers are burdened since they are compelled to purchase expensive bottled cooking oil. But majority of customers can no longer afford the 5 kilo bottled cooking oil, which now costs between RM40 and RM50. The cost of egg production skyrocket and many small businesses were forced to collapse due to a lack of solid cash flow. Price limitation caused egg manufacturers to lose money instead of make money. The government is compelled to endure over RM2.4 billion in subsidies each year. The following is another circumstance in which the price of egg grow every week by 50 cents to RM1 and occasionally cuts off the supply of the eggs, which shocks the dealer in particular and makes it difficult for them to maintain their business. What particularly impressed me was that they were obliged to maintain their selling price despite the significant increase in egg and chicken costs.
In conclusion, inflation usually arises from the reduction in the overall supply of goods and services to achieve an equal increase in demand. This can be managed by raising the price of this service and reducing the money income of individuals. To control the demand, during COVID-19, the inflation rates are getting higher after facial deflation in 2020. To control this, the government should first weight incomes, profit, dividends, and bonus.